look like a hobo, no checking me. Way back when D-Lo had the spot in Treasure Tree. So many hoes had to get a vasectomy. She left her body home and brought her neck to me. I did a walk through, they sent a jet to me. Y'all niggas show price less than my travel fee. One of my arms worth a ticket. Watched so much that a car came with it. Back in the day, I used to rob with no mask on, shit on my wrist. I would've killed the whole house for. And I went to school high, I ain't go to class though. I was with the OGs, learn about the glass bro. Caught me with a deuce 5, mama keep my ass bro. Break yourself, leave his brains on the dashboard. I'm with Sid and Lil Baby, yeah. We got 4 choppers that's full. Way before rapping, on God, I was trapping. Sneaking my Glock and liqueur, on God. I got my cake from Osama Bin Laden, little nigga, he signed this shit. Straight up. I'm 4L gang, if you reach for my chain, then a nigga gon' die in this bitch. A, B, C, D, E, F, G wagon, y'all nigga doing that big capping. I ain't with the friendly shit, closest thing y'all getting to a handshake is the beat clapping. Yo, mama gon' have to make a GoFundMe, y'all niggas keep doing that sneak jabbing. Gucci had to kill the whole woods just to make Young Savage this motherfucking meat jacket.
BBS look like a star. I to the top of the car. We don't abide by the law. You don't know what I done saw. Can't live without it. I keep a stick for the wall. Chase out deposit. Money just stick with the boy. Cash in and cash out. I am not looking for clout. No, I knew I would figure it out. I knew. I took the millionaire route. Run it up. Pop the pig, got my head in the cloud. Said my name ready to bring out the crowd. We got paid, now my family proud. On God, I've been dripping and dressed as a child.
I hit your bitch, she'll jump out. Cartier Bergy for her, they don't come out. They get the sweat from Atlanta and run out. I make the best when they stick like a tongue out. Running this shit, what the fuck is they talking about? Skinny jeans stole with them hundred, they poke out. It's 6'5", I'm in the robot. I'm a real one, I ain't running from nobody. Hellcat fast, you know that I show out. Ain't sparing no bitch, give a fuck about a blowout. If we wanna smoke with you, boy, you couldn't go out. Still getting money, my label don't know about. Court side with a vibe with the toes out. Rich nigga, I come straight out the poor house. Trap going crazy right up by Mohawk. Dead in me, said in Mohawk. Bought a bin, double back, bought a trap house. I'm with Savage in the city doing donuts. Youngest with me, they got 5, they gon' go nuts. $250,000 in a baby blue Goyard. Buy cash, then I go on the motor. Drive fast, ain't no pulling me over. Play with bags, you can tell by the odor. No alcohol, go get me a new soda.
BBS look like a star. I to the top of the car. We don't abide by the law. You don't know what I done saw. Can't live without it. I keep a stick for the wall. Chase out deposit. Money just stick with the boy.
Yeah, nigga tryna drill like a boy. Yeah, don't gotta get no award. Yeah, live in the bank, gon' do fraud. Yeah, 200 racks on my arm. Yeah, I been fucking superstar. Yeah, her pussy good, buy a car. Yeah, you niggas ain't making no noise.
Today, we're going to talk about the Bengals, our projected number 5 seed in the upcoming college football playoffs. And let's find some winners on the MLB Diamond. This is Behind the Lines. Well, Jovan, the Orioles have now lost 7 games in a row. What a fucking joke. 15-31, more than 15 games under 500. You just got swept by the Nats. I haven't seen the Nats sweep a team, let alone the Orioles, I don't think in my lifetime. I'm all for reading a good book in the off season when your fucking feet are in the sand and you don't have a baseball game to worry about. Mid-season when you got a 6 ERA, fucking lock in, buddy. Put the books down. Grab a baseball. Hit the fucking treadmill, Trevor.
Which the Cubs are a team where if you give them like a single-pronged approach, simple approach at the plate, they can only key in on one pitch, which with Mick Abel is exactly what you have to do. They have been demolishing those pitchers every single time they see it. They ain't stopping now. I'm buying in. We're seeing a shootout.
320 feet. I could hit a ball that far. I mean, when do we normalize celebrating pop-ups? Aaron Judge, typical me guy move. Hitting a nuke there instead of just putting the ball in play. And look, he didn't make the dimensions of the park, but he decided to play in them, and that shit pisses me off.
I got too much to live, no time to forget. You grown me, I got this shit on my head. You grown, shit, no, I don't got time for this. Alone, you just want something.
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Tuesday, episode 732 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your 2 hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you are not using Bookit, the app on your phone, or Bookit Pro on your laptop or your browser, go check it out yourself today. I promise once you start using that puppy, you're going to keep using it every single day, just like me, just like Jovan, just like the rest of the Bookit Squad. Go check out Bookit on the App Store or Google Play. Bookit. Cannot wait for Bookit at the Park. Coming up here in a couple weeks up there in the Big Apple. Cannot wait to get that no rings Judge number 99 jersey at the Bookit at the Park game. Cannot wait. Jovan, happy Tuesday, my man. Nice hat.
Sure. Go Woods. Roll Woods.
Roll Woods. God, they suck right now, man. They're struggling. Oh,
Bad.
But we don't have time to talk about the Moose Shit Woods right now. We're going to talk about some winners. We're going to talk about some football takes here. We're going to talk about the Bengals here in a moment. We're going to talk about our projected number 5 seed in the college football playoff. We're going to do a wager wheel spin because I gave out the worst square in the history of squares last night. Even though you guys warned me and told me not to take it, I took it, and it was cake. So We're going to do a wager wheel spin. We're going to give away some of Straight Locks Prize Picks coins, W Straight Locks. I see you lurking in the chat as well as we get a resub coming in from Big Bat. Let's go, Big Bat. Attaboy. Good to see you lurking, Big Bat. Good to see you lurking. Horrific square. Yep. Wow. Okay.
What could this be?
Pega wants to cash in an auto tail. Pega, cannot wait to see what you're on for today, bro. Yeah. What else we got, chat? I know you guys are begging me to host a surge stream. We'll see. Let's figure out the 100 things we have to do on BTL first today. Okay? And we can start out with some recaps. Let's go ahead and recap the squad ride and give Trent his flowers. Wow. Okay. All it took was me begging you guys not to vote for this in the poll. Next thing you know, it wins. Next thing you know, the bet wins. Crazy.
Click and pray.
Yep, the old click and pray sell job, which just makes me angry to hear, to be honest with you. As somebody who actually labs and tries to look at stuff in games, when you're up here and you're listening to somebody say, yeah, I'm just clicking and praying, and then the bet hits, it pisses you off sometimes. It'll piss you off. But at the end of the day, you got to keep it in perspective here, folks. It was a squad ride W, and that's the most important thing. So shout out Trent. We'll clap it up for him real quick as well. W Trent coming through with a squad ride W play. Even if you logged in and checked out the odds for a game Paul Skeens was betting on or was pitching in and bet on the under in that game, and it took you 3 seconds to lock it in, doesn't matter. The bet hit. That's all that matters most. Okay, so W Trent, W squad ride, W click and pray. One of the oldest tricks in the book. Sure he can. Let's check out the Sharp Report recap. Trent honestly dominated that once again as well. Cannot make this shit up. 4-1.
Yep.
4-1.
Green K's. Some of his best work.
Great play.
Really
great play. And I apologize, guys. I did delete the Sharp Report graphic off the feed yesterday because it had a wrong Riley Green square. It had the less than for that. I should have probably just corrected it, but I hate seeing the wrong graphic on the feed because I'm worried that people don't read the mentions and they just tail the wrong play. So I take full responsibility for deleting that graphic. I hate when the wrong graphic is up, but probably could have found a better way to do that. So if you're wondering where the Sharp Report plays were from yesterday, that's on me. Well, Trent went 4-1. Me and Jovan went 3-2. Nothing to bitch about. Okay. Do we have a Pega auto tail in the chat?
He said he didn't want it to be an auto tail. He said it needs to be that you can't bet he wants to put it on the wheel. You can't fade, judge, or bet anything Orioles related until the playoffs. Apparently, I can't speak today. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that all right?
We can put that on the wheel.
All right.
We can put that on the wheel.
The Orioles probably don't need to be on there. So that feels like a gift more than anything. Judge, though. Absolutely.
God damn it, man.
Let's just put the whole thing on there because he cashed in a lot of channel points for it. So we'll put the whole thing on there, whether we agree with it or not. We'll put that puppy on the wheel. Lord knows we could have some help crafting up options for that shit. So we got a hype train moving and grooving as well, folks. We got about a minute left. Love to see that on a Tuesday afternoon. We got I Burnham coming in, dropping a couple resubs here. 24 months. Whoa, I Burnham. That's a long time. I'm no doctor, but that's 2 years of subbing up. Love to see that. 2 more fucking years. Hit a few slips last night. Let's hit some more today. W.I. Burnham. We've got Nate Bieri coming in, dropping a 5-unit sub whale. Let's go, Nate. Attaboy. Attaboy. W. I got to be better than Krabs today, lol. Okay, Ron Dope. Sure. Whatever that means. Just keep on hating. We got, who else coming in here resubbing? The Big Bats. Free George Webbs tomorrow. I don't know what that means, Big Bat, but I appreciate your subbing. We got a hype train moving and grooving. Okay? W's. W vibes, W subbies coming in to start BTL today. Love to see it. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get the wager wheel up and moving. Let's go ahead and shake the dust off. Goots, let's get that puppy up here. And let's get right to it as I go ahead and shout out some of my goats in the YouTube. Winky Binky, we got Haven Hunter, Michael Showers holding it down as always. Curry of Pounds holding it down in the YouTube as well. My favorite goats back here on the 26th birthday. Happy birthday, Curry of Pounds. Sure we can.
Happy birthday, Curry. Go.
Sure we can. We got OSRS Matt coming in. Told you the Marlins at minus odds are never the right choice. Nice.
We'll
awesome.
find out about that.
Awesome. Love hearing that. Hindsight's 2020. Scott Quaid. Let's lock in, fellas. Yes, sir, Scott. Why not us? Why not us? CFL hit last night. Let's go, Madul. Attaboy. I did not know we had CFL last night. Shit.
Last weekend, he said.
Oh, okay. You're right. No CFL tonight, though, right? They usually wait
No.
till about Thursday.
Yeah, I think they got Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday ball. Usually do.
All right. All right. Might not be paying attention well enough. When is TMA coming back? Not sure yet, P-Dub. We got Rough Riders ML that smacked W. Madul. Ron Dope, why not us? Let's go. Let's have a fucking day, bro. Let's have a fucking day. We got Mr. Farmer Jenkins in here still bitching about ads in the Big 2-5. You could sub up for $5. Yeah, get involved. Mr. Farmer Jenkins or maybe somebody in the chat will bless you up and be nice and give you a subby. We'll see. Nothing like bitching about ads in the Big 2-5, huh? If only there was some way to fix it. Squeaking in the Nats first 5 yesterday, I see. Yep, that was a moose shit play line shopper. That deserves me firing up this wager wheel itself. Maybe the worst first 5 play I've had all season. I've had a lot of good ones. More good than bad. Jesus Christ. The first 5 under in that game last night, Jovan, terrible play.
Yeah, it was
Terrible play.
That was nuck.
All right. Well, before we ask the chat here, we do have a hype train moving and grooving. I cannot ignore that. We got 3 minutes left as well in that puppy. Hype train level 3, folks. Get involved. Krabs is their PLL. Let's do a CFL PLL collab. PLL is only on the weekend, Madul. Okay? Krabs has to eat mac and cheese all week. No fucking shot, holy howitzers. But we can do mac and cheese review if that's something that you want to see on there. Sure, I can do a video and do a mac and cheese review, even though that shit tastes like cat foods and it's for babies. I will happily do that one time and do a review for you guys. No shot I'm eating that all week. Might not make it through the week. If you eat mac and cheese every day for a week, your body probably just shuts down, right? No shot you make it through the whole week.
I mean, I don't know about shuts down. Like it's
What nutrients are you getting out of mac and cheese?
I mean, if
They're
you
awesome.
eat,
pasta and cheese.
if you eat full price Chipotle every day a week, you might be the same thing.
Well, yeah. I'm a sucker for that full price Chipotle, though, Gates.
Soccer.
Full price. It just, people really don't talk about that enough. How Krabs every single year, the day after Free Chipotle Day, specifically and intentionally goes to pay full price the next day.
You just can't let this one go, huh?
No, it's one of the more insane things I've ever heard.
Well, some people prefer, to limit the handouts and pay full price and pay for what you deserve and what you get. So that's me. I guess I'm in the minority there, but yes, of course I prefer to pay full price, and you get the freshest ingredients at Chipotle the day after a giveaway like that, or a day after the $3 Halloween burritos. You think I'm walking in on Halloween to a Chipotle dressed up in an outfit for a $3, not even a free burrito, a $3 burrito? Are you on fucking crack in GTA? Think I'm walking in dressed up as something to get a $3 burrito? No, I will walk in wearing normal person clothes the next day and pay full price for a burrito that tastes better with fresher ingredients. Are you kidding me?
Well, the dress up days,
Are you kidding?
I get. The normal
Okay.
day, though, is just crazy. Just insane.
Fresh ingredients at Chipotle, I'm out. I mean, that's literally their shtick to Jen.
The Jen
There's
is
one thing you can't hate on them for.
I think
it's that they have
I think
fresh
the Jen's a
ingredients.
noted Chipotle hater,
Wow.
I believe.
Wow. I mean, if there's one thing Chipotle does do, it's make the stuff fresh and it's never frozen. You can't really discredit them for that. Now, sometimes it's too fresh and people get E. coli because it's sitting out too long. Now, we could talk about that, but you cannot hate on Chipotle for not having fresh ingredients. They have the freshest of ingredients for any to-go spots, and I will go to fucking war with that. I will. I'll go to war.
Ready to put some
I
stuff
did
on the plate.
appreciate. Yeah, I know, Goots. I did appreciate the Jen snack wrap review, though. I do agree it's not the same as the old snack wrap. It's because the
it's
tender's not the same.
Yeah.
Because they
Also
came
no-
out with new tenders and they put that in there.
Yeah, it's just a fucking McChicken that they crumble up or somebody bites it, spits it in a bucket, and then they put it on a sandwich.
I will give
Right.
them props for it. It is, this might not be a good word to say, but it's girthy. It's girthy.
Okay. It's just.
Dudes, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
You can get the meal with the two and it'll fill you up. They're big. They're big.
They're big,
What are
they're
we
big.
doing,
That's
man?
all you got? Just saying they're big twice in a row?
All right,
The
you gotta go.
dictionary-
You gotta go eat dinner at Long John Silver's.
The dictionary is large, Goots. We could have used so many different words.
Girthy and they're big. Back to back. Attaboy, Gates. We're putting that MSJ education to fucking work, man. Christ.
It's unreal.
Chad, you guys see what I got to fucking work with over here?
Okay. All right. Come on.
It's unreal. Real question: who are you winning the natty with, Krabs? Because that's going on here.
Yeah. Southern Miss.
The Shador Sanders list Buffs. I got
Trying to
work
think.
that's, left undue here or unfinished business
That is
here.
on deal. So
How
I'm
about-
going to put that on there.
Yeah, I don't know if Shador's there though. What if it was a UVA natty? That might have to be it.
You guys hear something?
I don't know if Shadorless is moving need. Might have to be UVA.
What team do you guys want to see me win a national championship with, build a dynasty up with? And hey, maybe it's just, making it easy on old Krabs and he could just run it with Southern Miss
It's got to be UVA.
since he's
Has
already
to
in it
be
right now, but that would make way too much sense.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it's the Hokies. You guys want to see me getting really angry and yelling at the screen after I throw a pick with Kyron Drones because he can't throw the football more than 10 yards? Maybe it's the Hokies, right? And everybody just says UVA, and they say do it for
Overwhelming
48 hours in a row.
majority.
Okay.
UVA.
People are actually specifically saying not the Hokies.
Yeah.
Instead of giving an option, they're just saying as long as it's not the Hokies, that's fine.
Well,
Okay.
good point by the one and only Casper. That's a handout. Giving you
That is a handout. You hate
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, I do hate a good handout. I do. All right.
Wow. You got to go to the
Krabs goes to the
Commanders,
versus
Ravens.
preseason game in a Ravens jersey. Jesus. Are they playing in DC this year? Or are they playing in Baltimore this year?
I don't even know.
Maybe they're having first game at their suggested shared stadium.
Yeah, they're shared stadium. It's in
DC.
DC. It's in DC.
Saturday at 11 a.m. Okay.
Did.
Okay. Or I guess noon for you, but still
Yeah.
same thing.
No.
W Ramble Boys coming in resubbing.
Let's
Love you.
go.
Love you guys too. W Ramble Boys. Excited to
Good.
see what the streams look like in the upcoming season. Very excited. I've been seeing the tweets. Carson B coming in resubbing, watching on the Fan Beach Vacation. #dedication. #heart. Let's fucking go, Carson B. W's. Get those earphones up and moving. Hope you enjoy the show. All right, and tell the fam I said what's up. I'll try to spoon feed you guys a lock for tonight.
You want me to put that on there, the Ravens one?
Sure. What do we have so far, if you don't mind reading them off?
We have
Ooh, bring a glove to pick it at the park. Need that on there.
You son of a bitch.
Need that.
Got a couple questions coming in here. Why are you spinning the wheel? I thought the under in the Boston game hit. Yeah, well, Jovan had me all worked up yesterday saying I had a shit square, and I doubled down, and turns out it was a shit square. So now I got to
do
spin
it to yourself.
Yep.
We have you can't fade Judge about anything Orioles related until the playoffs. Mac and Cheese review, Long John Silver's review, win the Natty with UVA, wear a Ravens jersey to preseason game, and bring a glove to pick it apart.
I'll be honest, I didn't agree to no Long John Silver's review.
Yeah,
might need to
I
have a
did
convo
Long
about
John
that.
I
squeak
kind of
on
snuck
there.
that on there. You want me to take it off?
I don't even know.
Goots-
I don't even
Goots
know if they
making
have those
moves.
up here. They got those up here, Goots?
They got him right next to the office.
I fucking hate seafood. Imagine me doing a fucking fast food seafood review, man.
You're from
Guy named
Maryland, you don't
Krabs
like
hates seafood, man. It's
don't like
just
seafood.
Contrarian at
It's
heart. You guys
just
think it's a fucking bet.
Just doesn't make sense.
Not a bet.
unbelievable.
Take somebody to win the Super Bowl and not name the Commanders. We could come up with something better than that, Casper. Go to a concert and sit in the furthest possible seat. Okay. Cooking stream.
Yeah,
Look, that's not really a punishment, Skywalker. It's kind of fun, but
yeah.
start your own roll call at the next Nats game.
Wow,
And
Phil's
with Phil's is
Utley
redeeming.
audit tail.
What could this be?
Phils wants to get involved. Phils must have just a devious idea he's about to drop in the chat.
Devious.
Cannot wait to see what he's crafting up. You know, he's got a smile on his face right now, typing on that damn keyboard. Cannot wait to hear what he's got. And there it is. Wear a Judge jersey and do the Yankees roll call.
On,
Now we have,
on Old
now we have
Timers Day.
two,
Oh my
we have
God!
two
Yeah,
Picket at the park.
we're going on
fucking-
Old Timers Day.
Yes.
Oh
We go on
my
Old Timers Day
God.
every year.
Do we really? I didn't even know that. Dude,
Yeah,
we
it's the
need
third
you.
year in a row we're going on Old Timers Day. It's crazy.
Need you in right field for roll call.
Do you want me to take Long Johns off here?
No, leave it on. We need options, man.
All right.
Just gonna bitch about it. Krabs, there's a Long John Silver's near the Commander Stadium. Okay, that
There you
match
go.
checks out.
There you
They
go.
got one in fucking Largo, Maryland. I bet. Go to a Nats game, bring your glove, rob a homer in the outfield wearing a Nats jersey, or steal the home run ball from a kid and take off running with it. Swoller Bear, come on, man. We're better than that.
What about
Steal a ball from a kid? Christ.
What about taking a lineup every day for 2 weeks? Can only take green chart more thans and red chart less thans.
Until it hits? Until I hit one?
Yep.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Are these two pieces or does it matter?
I don't think it matters.
I mean, it's not like they're going to hit anyway, so might as well make it 2 pieces. We can call that squaring up on prize picks if you want to keep it simple.
Okay. Full 14.
Squaring up on prize picks. If you have room, you could do like parentheses.
I got it.
2 weeks.
We're good.
Okay. Cool. No Chipotle for 3 months. What the fuck am I going to eat, Torres?
Yeah,
Fruits and veggies?
That won't work for Krabs.
Free birds.
999 challenge.
I'll have that here. 3 more.
999.
You want it on there?
No way it's getting the call.
I'm just typing it.
I'm worried because Goots can rig this shit like no other.
Right,
And he's going to
I
land
can't
on
rig
whatever
it.
he wants.
I'm showing the screen. If I go to anything to rig it, they'll see it. So I can't do that.
All right, put it on there. Fuck it.
Wow. Oh my God, we need this. We need this so bad.
Bradley Beal Clips jersey for a week, dude.
We need this so bad.
Also, the fact that there's a wear an Aaron Judge jersey on here again, I've already purchased and given away an Aaron Judge jersey already in my lifetime. You guys are gonna make me do it again?
ESPN body issue?
No. Who the fuck wants to see that?
Dude, the amount of times I just scroll in Trent's comments and that picture is just still there every day. It's just unbelievable.
You have to take a terrible player with your first pick in fantasy football?
No.
I mean, that would suck, but is that really moving the needle for you guys?
No.
Krabs wears a dress to the South Carolina and VT game.
Dude.
No. How about now?
How about now?
No Nats talk for a week. Every time the Nats are mentioned, you give away $50. Okay, we can do that.
I like that.
Hashtag no Nats week.
Oh, that might be the toughest thing on here for Krabs to do.
Learn to do a backflip. 69 nice sets. That's how I get hurt, man. That's a lot of weight. Flipping around, turning, moving. That scares me a little bit.
Start a book club?
I did start reading a book the other day.
Wow.
Only got about 40 pages in, but I started reading a book. It's so boring, man. I don't know how people read books.
Shador Lovers for your fantasy football team name?
Okay. Go to a bar at opening and stay there till closing. For every beer, deduct 30 minutes.
You should
Is this not enough for the wheel? It probably is Matt Gauthier, but I'm looking through to see if there's any other good
should
options.
get a Zach
here.
Campbell punishment. You got to go to Nats games. Go to BP. Can't stop till you get 10 baseballs.
That might take you years.
Dude, they don't even take BP on the fucking field.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
The Nats don't. That's probably why they suck ass.
We could do a little handout at the end here. It could just be the cooking stream.
What do you guys want to do? Cooking stream? You want me to donate money to charity? You freaks probably rather me do a cooking stream than donate to charity, right?
And there comes Trent with boxes.
Just to buy 10 Bowman boxes? Yeah, I'll be expensive those, Trent.
Dude, Trent was saying he bought like 40 of those shits. And they're like
Trent,
$300.
slow your fucking roll, man. Put some money to the side. You're stressing me out.
Unreal.
Fuck. How much does a Bowman box cost?
He said it was like $300, $400.
For one?
Yeah.
Dudes.
I like that. Give away your winnings of your next PP win.
Trent, who the fuck do you think I am, man? Think I'm Bezos? 40 boxes. How about I'll do one Bowman box? And I'll give away I'll give it away.
Do you like that? Or do you like
Jesus.
Do you like that? Or do you like Pega's idea? Give away the winnings of your next PP slip win.
I kind of like the Bowman box and giveaway
fun.
idea because it would be. I could probably do it like on BTL or something. I'm gonna do that.
All right, you ready? That's 10.
What do you guys think, Chad? Is this gonna be good enough?
I think that was perfectly crafted.
I was one of the better. This is one of the better wheels we put together.
All right.
Ready?
Well, whenever you guys are ready. Yep.
I'm going.
Just don't do the 999.
No Nats week.
No way we have no Nats.
Nats week.
As long as it's not the
$50 for every
challenge.
mention.
All right, we can start next week if you want. You can't talk about the Nats.
Okay.
And every time you do, you have to give away $50.
Yes, starts next week, so it perfectly falls right on the trade deadline.
That's gonna be tough.
That's gonna be rough.
$50 to Chad every mention.
All right, I better get my Nats talk out of the way this week. We got
Yeah.
Brad Lord back in the rotation, folks. Let's fucking go.
I'll give you a grace period.
All right. No Nats talk next week, huh? The viewership's better be through the roof. You guys are fucking lit. Might be the most difficult challenge of all time.
Dude,
literally more difficult than
imagine they pull off some bozo trade and he can't say a word about it.
Trade Mackenzie Gore for fucking Jonathan Aranda.
It's a great trade though. Dude, I might have to bet on the Nats every day of the week just so you can stare at it and can't say a word.
Well, joke's on you because you'd be losing then too. How about it?
I guess, yeah. Maybe they just fade him every day.
James Wood of the Yankees. Imagine.
Oh my God.
If James Wood gets traded, I'm done. It's obviously not going to happen, but I'd be done. Oh, Krabs is going to drive himself nuts. Yeah, what the hell am I going to talk about next week? Other teams? Aaron Judge is about to get an absolute earful next week. That's all I know. That's all I'm going to be able to talk about. Oh, all right. Well, W wheel spin. We also have a giveaway to do today because Straight Locks is him. And actually wanted to give away some of his Prize Picks coin here. Is Straight Locks up and moving? Straight Locks, are you in the chat? BT over win sell job coming in next week. Yep, I gotta do something. I gotta talk about one of my teams. Straight Locks, are you in this puppy? Let me know. I saw you lurking earlier. Yep, would love to know if you're in here. Would love to do a giveaway, preferably with you in the stream. But yeah, W Straight Locks. He said, you know what? Screw it. You can just give away my Prize Picks coins. Yeah, make sure you guys follow Straight Locks on Twitch as well. I believe Pega just put that up there. W shout out and W Straight Locks. What do you guys think? Should we wait for him to get back? Or at least see if he pops back in, or you want to just do it?
It's not like he has it.
I know. I was hoping he would be here for this, but it's not like he has to be. Okay.
Let's rip it.
All right. Let me see how much it was as well, because Trent sent it. $200 in Prize Picks coins. Wow.
I need a duck race.
Oh, he's here. Let's go. Do we want to do a duck race for the whole shebang? Do we want to do two giveaways of $100 each? What do we think?
Has to be duck race.
Okay. W Straight Lock. We'll do a duck race. Okay. Okay.
Sure.
We can fill some time. Now, is there a way that, we utilize like some sort of, giveaway command in the chat here, and that puts, a bunch of names in a list for us, or do we just pick random people in the chat, put their names down and give them a duck?
I mean, there's a way to do it. I don't know if Goots knows how to do it or not.
Okay. We got Captain Slim coming in resubbing. That's a W. Let's fucking go, Captain Slim. Atta boy.
Good Slim.
Lucky Johnson says, I have a fucking lock that starts in a bit here. Let's hear it, Lucky Johnson. What do you got?
Starts in a bit.
Might be some soccer.
Yeah, I was going
Could
to
be.
say. There's no day baseball on the diamond.
Fat Girls, good to see you lurking today in the chat.
Fat girls.
Gore. You want tennis, Krabs? I mean, yeah, let me hear it, Easy Puck. Let me know. We got Kevin D coming in, dropping a resub plus 5,000 surge stream today. He's at a funeral. So how about let me make you feel like shit, Kevin? How about that? He gets a pass today for no surge. All right. Hop off his Johnson for a day. Feel free to roast him again tomorrow, though. Okay. Lucky Johnson, let me know what the play is. Oh, here it is. England and Italy women's soccer game. Both teams to score. I'll be honest, that looks like Betty Crocker cake to me, but okay. Both teams to score.
Oh, what about that screaming Betty Crocker cake to you, Krabs?
The fact that you got to bet on two teams in soccer. I feel like whenever people give a BTTS, that shit never hits.
Yeah, fair.
I feel like it's like the soccer version of a Nerfy. People just take it because it's fun, and it shit never hits.
Could see that.
Jesus likes it, though. Okay. Jesus likes it. I'll humor him. I'll check it out right now and see what the odds are at. If I can find it. Soccer. What league is this? Euros, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, England versus Italy. Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see if I can find both teams to score here, folks. Oh, here it is. Minus 125ers. Okay. Okay. Looks like the total is at 2.5. Whoa. That's low. A 2.5 total, and it's minus 125 for both teams to score? Is that not weird? Okay. Okay. All right, Goots. Let's get this up and moving. Should we just start putting some names in there? Do you want me to just start pulling some names in the chat and you can start typing them out? All right. Start typing. All right. Start typing quack. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Drop those quacks in the chats. Drop those quacks in the chat. In the YouTube, in the Twitch, drop them. I got them both up. All right. We're going to go Sox Station. SOX Station. We're going to go Richie. We're going to go Big Bubs 12. We're going to go ZDZ Bets. We're going to go with Noah 243 496. I repeat, Noah 243 496. We're going to take a stroll over to the YouTube here. We're going to go Blake Pearson. Blake, Pearson. We're going to go Zach Mower. ZACMOHR. And then we're going to take a pivot right back here to the Twitch. Oh, we got a first-time chatter up and moving. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, that sucks. He's gone. We're going to go Sports Guy 562. We'll go Kilo Hotel in the YouTube, KILO Hotel. I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the Twitch here to try to get some newbies. Let's go Bunny Cat Dog. I've always wanted to know what is good with that name. Bunny Cat Dog. Sure we can. How many names is that, Gootsy? I'm no mathematician. Okay. All right. You know the rules. Keep on rotating through until we see Mima lined up and ready to roll.
Till we see Mima.
Keep hitting fucking next until you see Ma. I don't see her. I don't see her. There she. Oh, is that her? Nope. Oh, there's Ma. Kill Hotel. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I can see her lurking at the top sector there.
I don't know if that's Ma. Yeah, it's George
Okay,
W.
That's actually just our former president.
That's
Keep
George
going.
W.
Until you see Ma, Goots, you don't stop for nobody. Hashtag where's Ma?
It's computer gonna
I'm not doing
explode.
this all day.
Yes, you
There's
are.
Ma. There's Ma.
All right. Hashtag there's Ma. Come on, chats. Come on, chats.
30 seconds to glory.
All right. 30 seconds, folks. And we're off. 10 ducks, 1 dream, folks. And they're around the first turn. We've got an early lead here for Bunny Cat Dog. We got ZDZ Bets right behind them, taking now a small lead halfway through this race. Who's going to come through? It's almost like you want to be in last at this point, and then you just shoot through. Looks like Sock Station making a move in the top sector. And there's Ma. And Big Bub's 12 is making a run, but it's going to be Richie Parlay, the number 2. Sure he can.
Bear Duck, Richie.
Let's go, Richie. I'll be honest, that was too short. We're going to have to make the next one in a minute. All right, Richie, congratulations, brother. You just won $100 in Prize Picks promo.
Naked Duck.
Butt naked duck.
Butt naked duck, man.
Here's the deal. Richie, I took a picture of your little name on there. I need you to DM me on X. DM me on X. The email that's associated with your Prize Picks account so I can put 100 bones in your Prize Picks. DM me your email. Go, go, go. Okay? That's what I'm fucking talking about. All right, you guys ready for round 2? Come on. How bad do you guys want it? Does not seem like bad enough. I'm not seeing nearly enough quacks. Oh, here they come. Here they come. All right, Goots, you ready? Don't get too excited now, but you ready for round 2? Okay. We're going to go Ron Mux. First guy I see in here. Talk about somebody who deserves a giveaway. Ron Mux.
Tart.
Let's go, Ron. That's who I'll be rooting for. We'll go Total Slayer as well. Total Slayer. Sure. Let's go Noel the Hater. We will go, let me scroll to the bottom here, get some fresh names. We will go Banghead 92. Okay. Banghead 92. Take a peep over in the YouTubes. We'll go Trent Mace, M-A-C-E, Trent Mace. Okay. And we will go one more YouTube goat here. Let's go Chris K with a K. K-R-I-S-K. Sure you can. Let's go back to the Twitch. We will go Slippin' Jimmy. W show, W name. From Breaking Bad. I'm blanking on what the other show's name is, but Slippin' Jimmy. Sure we can. First time chatter, Reynald. R-E-Y-N-A-L-D 15. Reynald.
First time chatter's getting involved.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. That one caught my eye. All right, let's go Clutch Up Jorge. You certainly know that's not named after Jorge Posada. Go check his stats with runners in scoring position. Clutch Up Jorge. Clutch Up Jorge.
Oh, you just snuck Yanks talking to this.
Yep. DJ Fitz one more. Let's go. How bad do you guys want it? Get those quacks up and moving. Go, 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 go. We will go. Holy shit, that's a lot of quacks. Let's go Along Guy 14. A-L-O-N-G-I 14. I repeat, A-L-O-N-G-I 14. Now, Goots, I'm going to need a 1-minute counter here. And I'm going to need to see Ma. Find Ma. Hashtag where's
sightings. Not a Ma in sight.
Hashtag no Ma. Back in my day, they would give out Ma's every fucking race.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
Now they gatekeep them. They gatekeep the Ma's.
Ma's are. Oh, there she
she
is.
is.
There she is.
Who's lucky enough to get Ma this time, huh?
Who's
I can't even see
that?
it. We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
All right, Goots. Let them rip. Yep. And they're off, folks.
Off.
1 minute and one dream. Who's winning $100 in prize picks coin? Let's see. It's off to a hot start here for Raynaud 15, a.k.a. Pa. And we've got Banghead 92 lurking as well, along with Chris K, the butt naked duck. Are we going to see back-to-back buck naked ducks? Probably not. The numbers are definitely against them. Again, guys, you never want to be that horse in first around that first turn. So you probably don't want to be Raynaud 15. I can almost bet my life savings here that Raynaud 15 is not going to win this race because you never want to be in first at this point. You know, I got my money on maybe Ron Mux. And there he comes. Ron Mux
and
with
the
the hair.
Meemaw duck slipping behind, and then here he comes.
And here comes Meemaw. Here
Classic
comes Ma
fashion. Can she close?
Slow and steady wins the race. We've got the hater
There's
coming
one
in.
more run somewhere. There's
Who's
one
it
more
gonna
run
be?
somewhere.
Slippin' Jimmy
Jimmy, does he get there?
Slippin' Jimmy
Oh
from left
my God, he got
field.
there.
Slippin' Jim. Sure. All right, Slippin' Jim, I got you. Hit my DMs. Hit my DMs on X. Okay? Slippin' Jimmy, we're going to get you right. An electric race out of nowhere. That was very similar to Mage. Slippin' Jimmy. Sure we can.
Jimmy was
Slippin'.
slipping.
W Straight Locks, I appreciate you, Beast. Enjoy the free coin. Y'all deserve it. All I ask is that you guys follow the stream. Make sure you guys follow Straight Locks on Twitch. Follow Straight Locks on Twitch. We got Old Man All-American coming in resubbing. Quack. We got Big Baller coming in resubbing. Meemaw never had a chance. Nope, never did. We got Who Dat Boy Mike coming in with a 25-month resub. Sure he can. Let's go, Mike.
Good, Mike.
There we go. Appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate all the subbies coming in. Sure we can. W's. All right. Go follow Straight Locks. Thank you, Pega. Doing the Lord's work in the chat. Pega, you're him. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Okay? W's. That was electric, folks. That was absolutely electric. Now we can start talking about some fucking plays. Most importantly, we can start talking about the Nats.
Okay.
Let me just get my stuff in order here. I had to make that screen a little bit bigger so I could see Ma on the move. Okay.
On the move.
W's. I see a lot of quacks in the YouTube still. Good to see you guys get involved. All right. W giveaway. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's talk about some winners for today. But before we get to the sharp reports, we're going to need to power through some football talk. You guys ready? Hope we got some Bengals fans in the chat. We're about to talk about them. Let's talk about Goots' favorite team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay? Look, I feel like every year the Bengals are sharp. But this year, look, they got me again. I'm buying back in. Let's talk a little bit about some of the additions of this Bengals team. I'll be honest, there's not many. A couple rookie picks getting involved. They got Dylan Fairchild, who might start at left guard for the squads. They bring in Lucas Patrick as well, who might start at right guards. They could use a little bit of help on the line. It looks like they got it. Then you look at their defense. They had a couple pieces in the draft, and they acquired, TJ Slayton as well to be a defensive tackle for the squads. Oren Burks, a good depth guy from Nova as well. Good to see him still up and moving in the league. He'll be a backup, though, probably behind Demetrius Knight, who this team, I believe, just drafted. So, look, not a ton of new pieces, new faces on the squad, but maybe, some solid additions that could help benefit this team. But you guys know what I care about the most. It's sniffing out what odds look the weirdest. And I'll tell you right now, the Bengals are getting some respect. Once again, in the Big 2-5, second shortest odds to win their division. We'll see how that plays out. But I think they got a pretty darn good chance. I like this team. I like Joe Burrow. I like Jamar Chase. I don't think there's any team in the NFL that can keep up with this offense when they're playing at their best. Nobody can. We saw it at times last year where this team was just in crazy games where both squads are putting up 40 points. If the Bengals had a lick of defense, they'd be a shoo-in for the playoffs. They'd be a shoo-in to win their division. They'd be a shoo-in to be, making it pretty far in the postseason. But their defense has just been holding them back. Jovan, do you think they made enough moves this offseason to improve their defense, or do you think this will be the same team we saw from last year, a team that can beat anybody or lose to anybody because their defense sucks ass?
I think the defense is going to be a little bit better. It's really hard for it to be worse. I think I especially like the improvements they made, obviously, like in the draft, which is a question with their first rounder, but we'll see. I like what they did with their linebacking core. I'm a big Barrett Carter fan. I think he's going to be fucking awesome for them. And if there's any silver lining, I guess, who knows what's going to happen with Trey Hendrickson, if he's going to be there by the time we start the season or not. But one of the guys that I guess can play a little, I guess, bring pressure on the edge and be really good in coverage too is any of the guys they drafted too. Demetrius Knight, who I got in the second round too, I think is really good. So the linebacking core is, I think, in a much better spot than it was going into last season, which is great. Secondary is still a big issue, but I'm with you. I think they're going to be better. I don't know if they're a ceiling team, I guess, to like what we saw in some of the years they were going head-to-head with the Chiefs and made the Super Bowl, but you'll probably see them in the playoffs, and I think they'll be much better, I guess, against inferior competition too.
Yeah, I like their schedule this year. I like the Bengals. I'm buying back in, just like I do every year with this team, because they get crazy line respect. Maybe this year we'll see Joe Burrow dominate once again, and maybe we'll see the defense improve a hair, even if we can. I feel like that gives this team a chance to pull off a couple more wins. Yeah, let's dive into the weeds and talk about our favorite bet for the Bengals this year. I'm very excited to see Jovan's and what he's crafting up. His favorite play for the Bengals in the Big 2-5. Looks like he's going with the over 3.5 division wins at plus chicken. Okay. That's pretty cheeky.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at, though. You think they have pretty good success against the teams in their own division?
I think so. And one of the crutches, I guess, not that you're going to get 4 wins but by simply beating the Browns, but looking at their schedule, I think the one thing you want to avoid is the third consecutive 0-2 start for the Bengals. You can't have them starting slow and digging themselves out of the hole like they've done really every single year since they went to the Super Bowl. So like you start week 1 against the Browns, which is a divisional game on the road, tough place to play, obviously, but you got to come out and give your best. I think they do. I think they can sweep one of those teams between the Bengals or between the Browns and the Steelers. And I especially like that the Steelers, I guess when you go to Pittsburgh, it's in the second half of the season, later in the season. So who knows who may be the quarterback of that team or where that team will be at that point. You know, they're going to be hanging around playoffs, but is Aaron Rodgers going to be, I don't know, taking snaps behind center November 16th? God knows. So we'll see what happens there. They get him in a good spot, I think, the week before that or the matchup before that too. But they also get the Ravens 2 times in 3 weeks. And I think what have we learned about a lot of these matchups in the NFC or in the AFC North? It gets weird when you play, I guess, the same team multiple times in the same short stint of weeks, especially when it's a weird like sandwich game between, like they play the Bills and Buffalo in between there, and the Ravens have a tough game, I believe, in between there too. I think they're beating the Ravens this year. I think they're getting 1. So I think that's really what it takes. I think they're going to sweep one of those teams in the Browns and the Steelers and then get one against the other one with a split. So I think this is finally the year they get 1 over on the Ravens. Realistically, they should have got maybe 2 last year.
Yeah, God, that one game in November last year was insane. Bengals,
Both
Ravens,
of them were, dude.
But they did.
Yeah. I mean, the Thursday night one was absolutely insane where Jamar had 1 billion yards. The overtime game was absolutely insane too. That was on like a normal Sunday. Just wild games that their defense blew both of them in god-awful spots.
Yeah, I love this play. I took it a little bit further. I took them to win the division, which they're probably going to need more than 3.5 division wins for that to happen, right? If they can beat up on the teams in their division a little bit more, maybe the Ravens don't win this division for the 3rd straight year because people forget they've won back-to-back years. The AFC North, it's tough to win a division back-to-back years. It's tough to win it 3 times in a row. Jesus. What are they, the Patriots? No, this is the Ravens we're talking about here. Sorry, dudes. Put those earmuffs on. And I think the Ravens are going to be great once again this season. But again, are they going to win 3 times in a row? I'm willing to bet they don't. And I think we can all agree the Ravens are a weird team once they finally break through and once Lamar finally gets his ring, which he will. It's only a matter of time. It's probably not going to be when it's easy and makes the most sense because that's not the Ravens' way. It's probably going to be when they're a wild card and they go on a crazy run in the postseason. And hey, maybe that's this year. Who knows? But let's stick with the Bengals talk. I like him at plus 250. I thought that was some serious line respect with them having the second shortest odds right there behind the Ravens. So I believe we're at minus 150 to win this division, but that looks like bait to me personally. And then you got the Bengals right behind them. Interesting. All this Steelers hype this year, would not have been shocked to see them get more respect, but we're seeing the Bengals with the second shortest odds to win this division, and I'm intrigued. I'll take a value play here at plus 250. It's pretty much like taking Jovan's play, but need a little bit more help as well the rest of the season to win the AFC North. I like their chances. I almost took their over 9.5 wins, but Jovan, it was so juicy at minus 155 on the books. I didn't think that was worth our time, but I also thought that was a great sign, seeing that super juicy, considering they've won 9 games the last 2 years. So everything's pointing up, pointing in the right direction for the Bengals. And if you're, betting based off of odds, you'd certainly notice they're getting some line respect once again in the Big 2-5, and I will take the bait. I'm buying back into the Bengals, buying back into Joe Burrow. Him and Jamar Chase have the best, connection with a quarterback and a wide receiver in the NFL, in my opinion. And that, carries the weight a ton. Let's just hope their defense improves even a hair. And if it does, I like their chances. Also a team that really deserves the ball to bounce their way. They've had some seriously bad luck in the recent years, and this team has also made it to a Super Bowl, years ago. It feels like forever ago at this point, but they've proven they can do it. I think Hendrickson comes back, and I think he plays eventually for this team. They're going to need him on that D line. Who knows if they're going to sign their first round pick, but a lot of questions still for this team, but I'm buying in based off the odds, plus 250 to win this division. Seems a little short.
A little bit. And I think, like Jesus is saying, we've seen them start slow year after year after year. I think the script flips this year, especially not only when you need it for your own sake, but when you look at what the Ravens have to start the season, even though the Ravens honestly play worse at times against worse teams. Ravens start their season, they go on the road against the Bills. You got the Browns at home. You got the Lions coming in on Monday Night Football. You go to Kansas City for the Chiefs. Then you host the Texans. Then you also host the Rams, which always play them tough for God knows what reason. So more than any time ever, it seems imperative that the Bengals come out with a hot start and get themselves potentially in the driver's seat. So I think they do that this year, especially because their schedule don't look like that. I'll say the least.
W Subby coming in from Twitch Matty Ice. Let's go Twitch Matty Ice. Had a boy. Appreciate you, Beast. He says, let's go Bengals, Joe Shiesty. Okay. Sure.
Joe Shiesty.
Yeah, we're buying in. We're Bengals fans on this show, at least relatively, in the Big 2-5. We'll see how it plays out.
Burrow fan. I want to see them do well for him. I will die on the hill that he was the best quarterback in football last year.
Yeah.
Die on the hill. One. I think he was the one.
Well, who had the most all-purpose yards? Him?
I mean, it's a little different when
not him.
Yeah,
you're focused on it's a different situation, Goots. He didn't have Derrick Henry.
Who's had the most efficient offense with Lamar at the helm? The Ravens. Lamar at the helm. Most efficient offense since he's gotten the league.
It's just a better offense. The best individual quarterback play was Joe Burrow.
Well, maybe the Bengals should actually,
Josh
pay their players and, do right things as an organization, and then maybe they'll actually win games.
That'd be smart. That's what I'm saying.
That'd be smart.
The Bengals organization as a whole has failed Joe Burrow. Great receiving core. That's about it. He should be winning so many more games, but he hasn't.
All right. Let's move on to some college football talk here. Let's talk about some college football. My 5 seed, OH. I'm going the Buckeyes. I got a 10.5 win total, plus 190 to win their conference, minus 320 to make the college football playoff. I saw them at minus 500 on the green book, but maybe that's why you always get a line chop, right? They've actually got the best odds or the shortest odds to make it to the college football playoffs, which is not really surprising after they won the Natty last year. Plus 650 again to win the Natty here. Sure, shortest odds out of any team. I'm not a big-time, run it back type of guy. I think if you win your championship, you move on, you walk off into the sunset, you might get a little fat, happy, and complacent the next season. I'm willing to bet this team won't be as good as they were last year. And, a lot of pieces they got to replace. You got new running backs, you got new QB, a lot of people on their defense going to the NFL, right? And sure, the guys filling in are great. This is Ohio State we're talking about here, one of the richest teams in college football. These guys will be good, but they're unproven. A lot of these guys haven't started yet. And I'm a little bit concerned. That's why I have them as the 5 seed, still making the college football playoffs. But not a 1, 2, 3, or 4 seats. I don't have them winning their conference this year. So maybe that's kind of a hot take, but I'm not crazy enough to have Ohio State not in the college football playoff, but I think they do take a little bit of a step back in the Big 2-5. I do. And I need to see it with this QB, right? I've heard a lot of good things. I've heard, he's the greatest, greatest things in sliced breads. I need to see it with Julian Say. Okay, kid comes over from Bama, hasn't really played much. I need to see it with this kid. And I'm a little bit concerned with Ohio State. I think they take a little bit of a step back. Now, when you guys see my best bet for this team, you might be a little bit confused in that sense, but I debated maybe taking their win total under, but I went through their schedule and it looks like absolute cupcake factory. Really cannot be easier. So I got another bet that we're going to talk about here in a moment, but I do think this Buckeyes team takes a step back. We cannot forget, just because they won a natty, their coach is still Ryan Day. He still dyes his beard black and lies about it. Something's off with the guy. And after a great season, I cannot go back to Ohio State and the Buckeyes. They had their win. They walk off into the sunset. They get fat, happy, complacent. Their players all get their bonuses, their NIL checks. They're spending the whole offseason doing Lord knows what. You think they're fucking locked in, head into the Big 2-5? Come on. They're people too. They're going to be the opposite of dialed. Fading Ohio State this year, but I am backing them in some capacity for my best bet. We'll talk about that in a moment. I want to hear Jovan's thoughts on the Buckeyes in the Big 2-5.
Yeah, I don't know really what to think of Julian saying, because I wouldn't say I'm as high on him as the rest of the world seems to be, but like it's hard to underestimate what that offense can be around him, especially when you have the best wide receiver in college football on your side. You only have to do so much against with a full lineup of 5 stars like we saw last year when they gel and they play well, no matter how much
throw the ball though.
Yeah, they don't, but no matter how much Ryan Day tries to fuck it up, unless you're playing Michigan, it's hard to fuck it up yourself sometimes. So I don't really know where I want to fade them, which is like my things. Like I think they're going to take a step back, sure, and I know you've got a couple spots, or at least one week 1 that you've thought about. It's just I'm not really excited about betting against them too much anywhere else. Like you're talking about the schedule, like Penn State maybe, even though I don't know if they get one in Columbus. Like the big road game, I guess, outside of the Michigan game is the Illinois game, who everybody is slurping because they think Illinois is going to be really good this season. Luke Altmaier, not a good quarterback. I'll stand on that. He sucks. There's nothing really else on the schedule that I'm too excited about being on the opposite side of Ohio State for. So it's a weird team.
I agree. I think there's a lot of new pieces that I'm a little bit concerned about. Now, I do want to gas them up a little bit here. This is how I see the season playing out for Ohio State. Coming off a natty, I think they take a step back. I don't think they win it again. I mean, that's not really that hot of a take. That's a lot of games they're going to win. 2 years in a row to win back-to-back natties. But I think they do what people least expect this season. I think they beat Michigan for the first time since 2022. But you see them fall and drop maybe a couple other games that people aren't expecting. You see this team take a little bit of a step back. That's what I'm seeing for this Buckeyes team. I think Ryan Day, after winning a natty, heard how much people were bitching. I mean, Ohio State fans, some of them were more mad they still lost to Michigan than the happiness they got from winning a natty. They were still sour about losing to Michigan once again. And I think some fans out there would rather just beat Michigan than win a natty. Is how it's at least that's how it sounded like on Twitter. People were just bitching hard. Maybe people just like to bitch. It is Twitter, right? Yeah. But I think Ryan Day heads into the season saying we're doing whatever the hell we can and have to do to beat Michigan. Last game of the season. We got plenty of time to prepare. They're not losing that game. For the first time since 2022, they beat Michigan. But they might drop another game or two as they're a little bit distracted heading into that game to close out the season. So my best bet for Ohio State in the Big 2-5, I'm going at -5.5, which, by the way, I had to fucking check my contacts, make sure they were still working when I was checking the odds of this game. On the road at Michigan, Ohio State laying 5.5 on the look-ahead line. I know they're the defending national champions, but this is also Michigan we're talking about here with a 5-star QB, and you know they're trying to bounce back after not their greatest season. But let's not forget this team was a natty champ not too long ago as well. -5.5 on the road. Are you kidding me? That tells me everything I need to know here. Buckeyes get it done. They get a big-time win, and they win by a touchdown. This one's going to get ugly. Ohio State sells out in the Big 2-5. They do everything they can to beat Michigan on the roads. But you see them probably drop a game or two the rest of the season because of it. That's what I'm seeing this year for the big Buckeyes in the Big 2-5.
Has to be the time. Absolutely has to be, Krabs.
Yep.
Week 12.
All right.
Love that.
Yeah, literally week 12.
Love that.
Cannot make it up. The plus 21.5 last year was the easiest bet I've made all season. Yeah, straight locks. Great bets. Great bets. Seriously. Krabs, you see Big Cat said he recruited John Mateer with J.J. Watt to come to Wisconsin. Well, he did not recruit enough because he is playing in Oklahoma. So, all right. Michigan won in 2022. Krabs. I'm seeing Ohio State last defeated Michigan in football on November 26th, 2022. Is that wrong? Hasn't it been like 2,000 days since his team has beaten Michigan? Correct me if I'm wrong.
2,000 is nuts.
I'm looking at it right here. Okay. Let's swing it around. I want to hear Jovan's projected number 5 seed for the college football playoffs. Go Dogs.
The Dogs. Nobody likes the Dogs. Nobody talking about the Dogs, which is ironic because I think the whole world going into the playoffs saw Gunnar Stockton take one drive, which he took the whole second half, but he had one scoring drive that he led and looked good against Texas in the SEC championship, and they already said he was 50 times better than Carson Beck, and he was the answer. But now going into this offseason, he's not good enough, which not appear to tell you that Gunnar Stockton's the answer for this team, and he's going to be drastically better than any quarterback they've had in past years. But I'll tell you this, when we've mentioned the SEC, I've mentioned the same thing over and over again. It's a talented league. It always will be. But I've never seen an SEC, especially with a lot of the top teams, with this much quarterback uncertainty going into the season. The only, I guess, I don't even want to say sure thing because it's hard to say that with this team, but the only quarterback where it feels like you know completely what you're going to get in the SEC is Garrett Nussmeier. And like a lot of these top teams, talked about Ty Simpson, talked about what we're going to see from Arch Manning, even the teams that are like the fringe teams. I like Austin Simmons, and I'm super high on him. But it's been since 2019, Krabs, that a team has gone into Sanford Stadium in Athens and won. You know how crazy that is?
That is crazy. 6 years.
6 years. A whole 6 years. And it's been since 2017 when they were in the bowl game, the Liberty Bowl against TCU that I actually went to. That was the last time they lost multiple games in Sanford Stadium. And now this year, you talk about there's high ceilings, I guess, for a lot of these SEC teams, but it's very uncertain ceilings, right? So Alabama, you want to tell me that Ty Simpson in his first SEC game, first road SEC game as well, is going to go into Athens when Georgia's coming off a bye and beat them after the way that game went last year? I don't think so. You think that after Ole Miss had an incredible upset last year in their own stadium against Georgia, that they're going to go in Sanford Stadium and beat Georgia? I don't think so. The one you can argue is probably Arch, who has to go in there. Those are the 3 current ranked teams that have to go into Sanford Stadium. And Arch, especially with it being late November, that's the one I'll entertain the most. But other than that, you're getting the first SEC game against the Tennessee team on the road where you don't really know what they're going to be either because God knows what their quarterback situation looks like at this point. It's probably going to be Joey Aguilar. I don't trust him. I don't trust that offense. I don't trust any of it. The rest of the schedule is not all that tough. The 2 big games, I guess, 2 biggest games later in the stadium later in the game that are not road games are, the world's largest cocktail party in Florida. That game will be fantastic. And then the Texas game, which, again, it's at home. If Arch wins in Stanford, tip his cap. But this team, I think, is a lot more talented front to back than I think people realize. The biggest question for them is the question that I think floods a lot of the SEC, to be honest with you. We were just talking about that out of Texas. There's a lot of quarterback turnover in the SEC, but I think this is the most turnover we've seen in the trenches for a lot of these teams, and God knows how long. So, sure, that's a problem with Georgia, and they need to replace super talented edge rushers, a lot of the interior offensive line left for the NFL. So does Texas. So does, Alabama. So does a lot of these teams. I don't think, especially when I'm looking at this roster, top to bottom, I think the talent's there a lot more than people give it credit for. And if we're going to talk about, I guess, looking at their schedule again, Alabama, Ole Miss, Florida's neutral site, but Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas, all have to come into Sanford and do something that nobody's done since 2019. I don't think more than one team's getting them. So I'm taking them.
All right. Back in the dogs. Who let the dogs out?
You let them
Sure
out.
you can. All right, let's pull up that best bet you got for the Bulldogs in the Big 2-5. And there it is.
Yeah. The one team that I don't think's getting them is Bama and Ty Simpson. Especially that game last year was absolutely nuts. And again, this will be the first SEC road game for Ty Simpson. Both teams are coming off of a bye, but I think it's incredibly important that Georgia, more so than Alabama, is coming off a bye because they'll be playing Tennessee the week before that. Then they have the bye to prepare. Then they welcome Ty Simpson. Welcome to the SEC, my guy. You're playing in Sanford Stadium. That's your first true road test. In a lick-back spot for Georgia, of course, after how last year went. Have fun, my guy. They ain't winning. They ain't covering.
All right. I love the sell job. I'm a little bit worried about Gunner's ability to throw the football, but I'm assuming that's what they've been working on this entire offseason.
Yeah.
The guy looks like he's 35 years old, so maybe in a conference with some younger QBs that they got to face off against this year, maybe that's a good thing. The guy looks like he's older than me.
Of course.
Right? All right. W's. Jovan has 2 plays on week 5 already. Can't make it up, Becca. Yep.
Sure.
Circle week 5. That's going to be a big week for the squad. We already got a couple maxes locked in. Sure. Georgia, -4.5 against Bama. All right. I'm going to be a Bama investor this season, so this certainly concerns me. But, yeah, I like the spot. And didn't Bama beat them last year? So it's going to be tough to win 2 years in a row.
It's the craziest game of all time.
Yep.
Ryan Williams catch.
Yep.
First play of the next drive to close the game was just insane.
Yep. All right. Cool. Jovan, thanks for the Tennessee trash talk. We're going to be moose this season, Joshy says. Wow.
I don't think they're going to be moose. Just that whole situation sucks for both teams with all the quarterbacks involved. I don't know, man. Especially when they're like, you're going to need them ready early, which is the same deal. I forget who we talked about, like Notre Dame, same deal. Like CJ Carr, I like, and he's going to have to be ready super early. I feel like they're up for it. I don't know that Aguilar or whoever starts for them is going to be up for it right out of the gate, which is kind of tough. But Nico sucks. So maybe addition by subtraction.
I think it's an upgrade at QB.
I mean, yeah, it's just like, I wonder if Tennessee fans are going to be ready to have that discussion. They probably
I've been
will
an Aguilar
now.
guy since he was a freshman and started at App State. Maybe I'm biased. And he's also gotten worse as his career has gone on, Aguilar. At least the pick problem's gotten worse. But Tennessee doesn't throw picks. Never have. Maybe they never will. If that's one thing they can limit. I kind of like Aguilar. I think he's a deep shot king. At least he was at App State. We'll see what he can do against some legitimate defenses. But, yep, I like Georgia this year. It's a quiet year for Georgia. Not a lot of people buying in, some trendier, shiny new toys around the league, right, with some young QBs. You're going with the old reliable Gunner Stockton and the dogs. Okay. Sure you can.
Sure.
I like it. We got a couple subbies coming in here. We got Ant Purr coming in. Love you guys. W Ant, you're fucking him. 25 months he's been subbed up for. Goated. We got Nick Hennessy coming in, resubbing as well. Rangers making the playoffs. Wow. All right. Wait, chat. What did the wheel land on for Krabs? No Nats week. We're going to start that up next week. Okay? Because we've already talked about the Nats plenty this week. And Jovan thought it'd be funny if I can't talk about the Nats the week that they're probably trading all their players. Okay. Sure. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Enough talking about some football. Excuse me. And by the way, you guys are right. Ohio State has not beaten Michigan since 2019. Google was wrong. How is Google wrong this often? I don't get it. And Jovan's gone. How is Google wrong this often? I just checked the Carfax. You're right. It's actually worse. They have not beaten them since 2019. Wow. Jovan back. Good. That's crazy. Ohio State is going to sell out, and they're going to beat Michigan at any cost in the Big 2-5. And it might cost them the rest of the regular season if they're worried about it too much. That's what I'm predicting. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Enough football talk. Let's get into some winners for today. Okay? Dubs. How about a first 5 under to get the party started? And luckily, it's not hashtag no Nats week yet because I'm going to bring it up again from yesterday. The worst bets maybe of the month. Oh, it might be worse than Sugano, to be honest with you. It actually might be. Well, it's close. First 5 under in the Nats game yesterday. I think they had nearly 20 runs, Jovan, in the first 5 innings. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was insane. We got Ian 228-488 coming in resubbing as well. You guys are awesome. Krabs, any PLL advice for this upcoming weekend? I have not really dove into the PLL yet, but I'm sure Ron's got some stuff for us. And what do you know? Right on cue here, Ron in the chat. Krabs early nug. Tom Schreiber points his return to Utah after getting hurt in the season finale last year. He had 5 points versus the Redwoods earlier this year, coming off a goose egg. Maybe it's just back in Captain America. That's my Captain America, not Aaron Judge. Tom Schreiber. Remember the name. Sure he can. That might be it right there, Ian. But yeah, it's the year of the dogs in the PLL, so just keep taking dogs, and you're going to keep making money. All right? And W. Ron in the chat. Great eye on the Pods, Fins, Underbubs. Here for it. W. Mush. Yes. Love this under for a couple reasons. First 5 under. I'm seeing a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. Not between Joe Musgrove and Yuri Perez, but against Kolek and Edward Cabrera. 2 pitchers you probably wouldn't be expecting a pitcher's duel, but Cabrera's shown that he's pretty solid of late, or at least he can be. He's either really solid or really bad. I think it's the former tonight. And then I think Kolek goes out there and throws an absolute fucking gem on the road. We've seen him do that a time or two. He did it against the Nats for a couple innings until we started getting to him earlier this season, but he has it in him. It's just not very consistent. Well, if you go look at prize picks for today, there's not one game that looks weirder than this Padres and Miami game. And if you look at the starting pitcher squares for Kolek and Cabrera, you'll notice that there's really no way to back these guys to pitch well today. Interesting, weird. I always love seeing that. And then if you go look at their hits allowed squares, both of them are extremely low for how they've been pitching. Okay, so I'm seeing a first 5 under. I'm seeing a snooze fest early on, and not the hottest of takes. The first game of the series last night was very low scoring and boring. So I think we see a very similar game. I want to keep the Marlins bullpen out of it, and this Padres bullpen, it's good, but overused a ton. Certainly sketches me out for the second half of the season for the Padres. They keep pitching their guys every fucking game. Eventually their arms are going to fall off. So keep the bullpens out of it. I'll go with the first 5 under in San Diego, in Miami, back in some weird hits allowed squares on prize picks, and back in a couple young arms to go out there and shove.
Sure. I think we're a little at odds with one of the pitchers, but I don't think this will be a super high scoring game. Kind of with you.
Okay. Rowdy says he's on Brewers, Reds, Padres, and Blue Jays to win their series. Awesome, Rowdy. Appreciate that. Achilles says Marlins ML, brother. Okay. I like the Marlins, but I like the under better. Let's hear about Jovan's first straight bet of the day today. Looks like it is an over.
We just go to fish while we're here. Might as well.
Sure.
I think it's their day. I don't like Kolek really at all, but I especially think that he's made this new little tweak where, I don't know, his sinker is getting absolutely destroyed. And even though he's like keeping stuff on the ground, it wasn't really working for him. And now he started throwing a lot more off speed. The problem is that's exactly what the Marlins have been destroying over this little insanity stretch. They've been pounding the ball into the ground. So like if you have a good sinker and you're throwing it against the Marlins, like you're really performing pretty well. That's like the only thing that's really bit them in the ass. And you would think that you would kind of go back to that if you're him today, and they would know that as well as we know that. But the problem with that is he already pitched against the Marlins, and he did that exact thing, and they dropped 6 runs on him. That was one of his worst starts of the year. So you're kind of at an impasse, whatever way you want to go here. Do you want to go back to what you were throwing against them the first time you saw them so they can see it a second time in a row and it get destroyed again? Or do you want to try out what you've been trying the last couple of starts here and, I don't know, throw exactly what Kyle Stowers has been sending the moon for the last month? So I think it's kind of a tough spot for him, even if he doesn't get drilled by like the whole lineup. I feel like there's a couple big blasts coming that lead to runs. And I actually don't mind getting the bullpen involved with this one, partially because like yesterday, I don't know why, because like it was a closer game. They certainly had a shot to win, but the Marlins just kind of punted like late in the game, like put Tyler Phillips and Josh Simpson in, which if you're thinking it's a close game, I don't know why they wouldn't run out like their A guys that have actually been pretty good as of recent, like Henriquez and Bender, and maybe use like Fauché and some of those guys. But those guys have been sitting on the shelf for a couple days now, so I assume they're going to be active, while the Padres, on the other hand, as good as their bullpen is, you got the full loadout yesterday of Morejon, Estrada, Suarez, and Jason Adams. So I don't know who they'd be going back to for multiple times today, but if you're going to get the Padres bullpen at, I guess, any point, you probably want to target it after a day like that, where you get every single high leverage arm in a low scoring, tight game. So I do think that Kolek gets hit up a little bit today. You can still probably go into your square. He has a tendency to have some control issues as well. Maybe he doesn't get up all of his runs off of just strictly hits, but I like that. I like Edward Cabrera to pitch well. I think it's the Marlins' day.
All right. We got Book of Chew lurking in the chat. W Chew. Good to see you lurking. All right, Marlins ML. You don't love my Kolek take, but we'll be coming back and talking about him more in a little bit here. We'll save the best for last. All right, swinging around, Goots. Let's talk about the Blue Jays. Guys, in baseball, you can just lock in and take fucking streaks and make coins. Don't fade the streaks. It doesn't work. I've been saying this all year. It's time to start leaning into this shit. Fade the Yankees against the Blue Jays. Make coins. It's not rocket science. Until you see them drop a game, keep betting it, keep making money responsibly. This is how baseball works. You can do this. Take the Blue Jays, fade the Yankees again. The Blue Jays are on fire, especially against the Yankees right now. I don't see that changing. And it's not going to be a pitcher's duel. If you look at both pitchers' fantasy scores and both their squares up on Prize Picks, you can probably have a pretty good guess that there's going to be some runs in this game. That's okay. It's Schittler on the bump for the Yankees. This kid sucks. Have you watched this kid pitch yet, chat? One pitch. He's atrocious. I think we see runs, and I think Scherzer gets the best of Schittler. I think the Blue Jays win their 5th game in a row, and I think they win their 6th game in a row against the New York Yankees. Keep leaning into streaks. It works in baseball. I don't know how many more times I have to say it. Blue Jays, I'm out.
Jays. Just unbelievable. Maybe best team in the history of baseball.
They respect coins.
Just
They
got
do.
it.
They
So
do.
good.
All right, swinging around. You got an over that I want to hear you talk about. Giants and Braves.
Yeah, which to be honest, my feelings are the same, I guess, about yesterday's game as they are now. And I didn't want to keep the Giants out of it though for this reason. Like, first of all, like Davis Daniels pitching today, which he's I think this is his 2nd start back, but when he was on the Angels, I would religiously fade him because he's a real MLB pitcher that throws 50% fastballs that sit like 91 in the middle of the zone. So just one of those arms that are just never going to translate, and they kind of need him right now, which is why he's up. But just horrible for like a Giants team where like they're one of those offenses. If you're going to throw them a lot of shit in the zone, has just no swing and miss stuff. They're going to make you pay for it because like they're a team that'll pound it into the ground if you make them. Like they're not the flashiest offense. Like if you have any sort of stuff, you can probably take advantage of the Giants offense. But when you have nothing like Davis Daniel, it's not going to be a good day for you on the mound. So it's mainly a fade of him. But I didn't want to keep out of it the fact that on the mound for the Giants, we have God knows what after how long. Landon Roop's been good, but I don't think he'll be great today. And it also has to do with the fact that the Giants – they sent down like Hayden Birdsong and I think another pitcher, and it's not just because like Birdsong threw a yes hitter, and then I don't know what the other pitcher did. I think it was Tristan Beck they also sent down, but they called up 2 arms because they need them really bad, Krabs, because their bullpen is an absolute rat shit. And it's partially because like yesterday they got drilled, but they've been getting drilled for like a week straight now. Like they had Bivens engaged come out of the pen, throw 53 and 41 pitches. Ryan Walker and Doval both pitched and had not super efficient innings. Like you're going to have Randy Rodriguez available, Tyler Rogers available, but those are not big length guys. Like maybe you'll see Lucchesi come out of the mound, and that's the only sort of guy they have available for length today, it would seem. So they're in a tough spot. Like I don't think Roop is going to give them that much depth in this game, even if he pitches somewhat well. I think the Braves are going to hit him up a little bit, but late in the game, they're in a pretty rough spot. And the Braves are not in a much better one, regardless of how long, I guess, Davis Daniel gives them, because they have a couple high leverage guys like available, but they're all guys that I don't think really match up well with the Giants bats outside of like Raisel Iglesias, who's obviously going to be a last inning option. So I think this game kind of feels like yesterday, maybe with the Giants more on the offensive side.
Okay. Runs. 2 words, chat. Runs. We're going to need them. Okay.
Yeah.
Swinging around. Got one more straight bet here. Snakes. Nasty. I'll take the Erod bait one more time. I got one more in me, but that's it. I can't do it any more than one more if it loses again, because I'm going to fucking freak out. If they put another crazy line for Erod up again and he does not come through and the Snakes don't win this game, I'm out on Erod and I'm out on the Snakes. Have to fade the Astros. Framber at -120. Give me a fucking break. Framber and his 2.75 ERA. I mean, Jovan. Come on.
Not to mention I know it's obviously a lot of Erod and a lot of in Arizona, but 8.5 totals for Framber are not incredibly common. I didn't want to say he hasn't had one in a while because I haven't double checked, but off the top of my head, I can remember a whole lot more 6.5s than I can even 8s. God forbid 8.5.
This is how you know people just make stuff up. I will, bless your heart. Astros are too hot to fade. They're literally 3-7 in their last 10. It's the D-backs who've won 4 of their last 5. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, let's leave it to the professionals up here to let you know who's hot and who's not.
2 games in
Snakes
a row.
are hot.
Yes, too hot.
Coming off a loss. Yeah, 2 in a row. Whoa, hey. Maybe they'll make it 3. I'm not seeing it. Minus 120 with one of the best pitchers in baseball. Who's a taco on Prize Picks, by the way? Give me a break. This one looks too easy. Almost scares me how easy it is. I'll take the plus a hundo Snakes with a quail shit pitcher in his 6 ERA against the red hot Astros. Coming off of 2 wins. Legally obligated to take this. Has to be done. The crabbiest, nastiest play on the board. It's the Snakes. And if you take bets like this, more often than not, they're going to hit. Arizona on the ML. Simple, effective.
It's one that just has to be done.
Dave Martinez Burner said, Krabs, hate to say it, but these nasty plays aren't hitting this year like they used to, unless you have a tracker.
I disagree.
I don't want to hear it because I'm having a pretty good season on the Diamonds, and I've been taking plays like this every single time.
I think like the very obvious looking nasty plays have actually been printing lately. Like, I mean, the first one that comes to my head is the day that everybody was completely on the guards to end their streak against the Astros. Shit like that's been printing for like the last 2 months.
Yeah, Dave Martinez might be hammered in the clubhouse again, folks. Cannot confirm or deny. All right. Let's keep moving to grooving. Snakes ML. I want to hear Jovan's last straight bet.
Let's go to the Tigers. They got their little game out of the way where not only were you facing Skeens, but you're also facing Skeens when you're off of Sunday Night Baseball with travel going to Pittsburgh. So, I mean, overall sleepy spot. I think a lot of us kind of picked that out, trying to at least pick that out, clicking and praying with Skeens. And I guess there are more people on the Tigers than I would have expected yesterday, but I think today's the day to do that. Casey Mize coming off of the All-Star appearance where really nobody for the Tigers pitched well, and it was just a shell of everybody else. But I think he matches up pretty well. His command is good enough, I think, to take care of this Pirates lineup. And again, like if you make the Pirates hit on the corners, they can't really do it. The problem is like when you give them offense, and they did that a lot yesterday where not only was the command not sharp from pretty much everybody on the mound, but it's a lot of stuff hanging over the middle of the zone. Then anything that was out of the zone were just non-competitive pitches. So Casey Mize, I don't think is going to do that today, especially when you have Mitch Keller on the other side, which I know you saw that earned run square Krabs, and he has weird stuff up quite a bit, but he's gotten incredibly fortunate all year. I think this is the perfect time, especially after yesterday and that lack of offensive showing from the Tigers in a really tough situational spot where they get it going. And the part where he's been, or the side he's been extremely lucky against has been lefties. Who do the Tigers have that I think is going to take advantage of that? Really, you can make a couple of guys are going to hit at the top of that lineup, but to muck the platter, it's always Riley Green, even though he's been god-awful as of late. When he comes up with platter, it's almost auto, even when he's in these god-awful run. So I think he's going to be a big guy. I think a couple, depending on what they do with the lineup, I think whoever hits leadoff too, whether it's, I don't know, maybe they put Parker Meadows back up there, but I think a lot of them match up pretty well against him. So I think this is finally the day you see some Mitch Keller Turks. It's probably still like a lower scoring Tigers win though. Bullpen, good spot too.
I like it. Dead Larry Bird said this is the same line as the Snakes. Actually, it's not. The Snakes are actually a shorter, and they have a 6 ERA pitcher on the bump compared to this game where they're longer. And they have Mitch Keller, an actual serviceable pitcher who's been nails of late. So could not be more different.
I don't know how we're comparing Mize versus Keller to Framber Erod. Like those are wildly different matchups.
Could not be more different.
Situations. And teams.
Could not be more different. Yep. All right. Let's go talk about some Prize Pick squares, huh? Some that are similar to the games we've already talked about. It's like that Mitch Keller square that you brought up that I simply cannot resist. Crazy chart. Go take a peep at a chat. Feast your eyes. All red. I think Mitch Keller gets mucked up today. Let me get his more than 2.5 run runs. Stephen Kolek. I'll take his less than 5.5 hits allowed. I know it's not Javon's favorite square, but I'm seeing a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel early on. And although we're coming off the worst first 5 bet of the season, I trust my first 5 angles, and I'm seeing a low-scoring affair early on. Hopefully, Kolek starts walking people, and he leaves the hits off to the sides. I've got his less than 5.5. Super juicy to the under on the books as well. Also really weird. If you go look at his chart, he's coming off of giving up 1 million hits. So weird square. Weird that the under's juiced on the books. Love the first 5 under. I'll be back in Kolek to go out there and give up less than 5.5 hits, along with Mitch Keller to go up there and get mucked up.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Kolek's leash is a little shorter too. It's like, I don't know. They're probably going to stack lefties at the top just because that's what their lineup is. And Yuki Matsui's probably going to pitch today. He's a lefty. And if they pull him, like right before they come up, the third time, you're going to see like Xavier Edwards, Stowers, Jesus Sanchez, a couple lefties. So I wonder, especially after having already seen him and beat the shit out of him first start, leash is pretty short today.
Yep. Perfect. We got AO Gons coming in, resubbing as well. Tigers are mucking today. Sure he can. W resub AO Gons. He's all in on your Tigers.
Sure. Good Tigers.
Let's turn the page here. I want to see Jovan squares that he's cooking up over there. Sure.
Beach Ball Devers. You're going to give me, I guess, a pitcher in Davis Daniel that's sitting 91 with his fastball and fills up the zone. I think there's only 2 options. It's either Devers takes you to the chop house or you do the smart thing and pitch around him and walk him, which I still think there will be, first of all, like plenty of Platt set ahead of Devers because those are the guys that I think honestly match up even better to stack up base hits in front of him. So I think he's going to have RBI opportunities, but if you don't pitch to him, you don't pitch to him. It is what it is. You're going to have to do it at some point. I think you get probably both of those. A walk around, pitch around, walk him, and then he sends one to the chop house. So I'm in on that. Great matchup. Bullpen, I think, is in a, I guess, lineup too for him to face. So give me Raffy, and then give me your guy Brad Lord, Krabs. Give up 2. Has to be done. And I honestly am a Brad Lord respecter. He's been pretty easily, I guess, the best arm out of the pen, but now he's getting a shot in the rotation. And they're going to need him today because I don't know who's pitching for the Nationals after Brad Lord. And like his leash isn't super long. He's not going to go out there and throw 6 or 7. I think today you probably get 4, maybe 5 if he's efficient enough. But the problem is, like, when I say I don't know who's pitching after the Nats, I'm looking at, like, you're going to need somebody to go back-to-back days. Like, Jackson Rutledge threw 50-plus pitches on Sunday. He's probably isn't available. Lara, 40 pitches on Sunday, probably not available. Cole Henry, back-to-back appearances yesterday and Sunday. He's probably not available. Finnegan, 24 pitches yesterday, probably not available. The only guys that might be available are Luis Garcia, Jose Ferrer, Mason Thompson, Andrew Chafin, who all threw yesterday as well. So the only guys that didn't throw yesterday for the Nats bullpen threw 40 and 50 pitches on Sunday. So the length is probably going to be needed for them. And I also think the Reds are going to get to him a little bit. You talked about how you thought all this entire series is probably going to see runs. I agree. And especially when you need Brad Lord out there for a while and all it takes is maybe a little bloop from Austin Hayes or Gavin Lux or whoever's in the RBI spot there, I think he's giving up too.
All right. Gratitude in full force, I will says. Sure. I'll be honest, the guys you named who are going to be available today, I'd rather have them on the bump, but we'll see how they do on back-to-back days. It definitely concerns me, but don't let Chafin get hot. Let's get that ERA down to around a 3. It's looking sharp. Yeah. But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned. Luis Garcia, back-to-back days. We'll see how he does. He was nails yesterday. He's been nails so far for us, but how long can that last? I don't know. It's going to need Brad Lord some extended innings up there, and that probably results in more than 1.5 earned runs allowed. And if you're into fading charts, you go ahead and fade Brad Lord's chart, although it's a fake chart because he's coming out of the bullpen. It certainly looks like an easy less than, and you know what to do with that.
Yeah, it's more like a Nats situation fade than a Brad Lord fade, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just think he's going to be needed for as long as they can afford to have him out there today. Which I don't think was as good.
Z2Z Bet said, if you're not following the Bookit Snapchat, y'all are missing out. Rav is running in a bar right now, and it's comedy. Can we get the link to the Snapchat in the chats? That would be massive. That would be massive. Any mods out there goated? Oh, sure we can. Make sure you guys follow Bookit on Snapchat. Krabs must have been the best salesman in his former tech job. I got sold on the worst play with Sugano yesterday. W Krabs, let's bounce back. Big Cheesy, that's on me. That's on me, bro. Terrible play. Terrible play. All right.
Well, we set that up.
Let's move. Let's groove. We don't have time to talk about Rich Hill back on the bump. Unfortunately, these dated monkeys. It's about time to get to the squad rides. Talk about our favorite play for today. Craft up a winner that we can all tail responsibly and meet up at the cash counter after and celebrate. It's that simple, folks. Goots, if you don't mind, run that shit. I'm trying to see that damn train. All right, chat. Let's lock in. Let's find a straight bet that we are absolutely in love with today. Should not be too hard. We got plenty of options. Plenty
You know
of
what
MLB
today
winners
is too, Krabs? Today might be the first time in the start he's made all season that Dick Fitz has not made the card in some form or fashion.
Wow. Dick Fitz.
Super rare.
Usually take him or fade him every fucking start. You're right. It feels weird. Okay. Diamondbacks money line.
Sure.
Tigers money line.
Sure.
That might be it. Quality over quantity.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't want to put in first 5 under or Marlins ML because we're on two different sides there. I want to keep that game out. I love the Blue Jays, but I mean, yeah, do I love them as much as the Diamondbacks? No. I like your over, but it's still an over, and that scares me a little bit. I think it might just be 2 plays, 2 winners, chat.
Really disappointed. Can't get you there with the fish, man.
Yeah, I like the first 5 under. I don't completely agree. I think we leave that game out to the side. Okay. I think we get 2 plays, 2 winners. D-backs ain't winning, Crab. I'll take your action. And on that note, let's go ahead and fire up a poll. 2 plays, 2 winners. D-backs on the ML. Favorite play of the day today from me. And we've got the Tigers on the ML from Jovan. 2 plays, 2 winners. A good old-fashioned quality over quantity type poll. As we get a subby coming in here from Jimmy G's. W. Jimmy.
Yes.
Appreciate you, Beast.
And you guys
2
want
plays,
Tuesday
2 winners. Go vote.
plays? We'll get the graphic up and moving, but I'll tell you right now, Devers and 2 twins are making that graphic. I think Yamamoto is tossing today. Honorable mention, Twins team total.
Somebody get SBR up and moving. It's the Tigers. Yep. I don't even know why we waste our time on these polls. I'll be honest. Tigers ML chat. W squad rides. Somebody get SBR up and moving. Okay?
Yeah, SBR for sure on Pirates today. For sure on Pirates.
I hope so.
Say the
All right,
name
chat.
Crabs. They're begging.
I don't know if I should say it.
I think you should say it.
Seems like a handout.
It's not even one of the 2 guys that I kind of finger and muck. That can be
I'm not
yours.
feeling it today.
You're not feeling it? All right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling one of 2 of a Larnick bomb or a Bader bomb.
Ooh. Okay. Cool. All right, chat. It's going to be the Tigers on the ML. I don't even know why we do these polls. We should just pick Javon's plays and put them in the squad rack. Sweet. All right. I appreciate you guys. W stream today. It's going to be the Tigers on the money line. W giveaways. If you want to give away, DM me and I will hunt you down and I will make sure that coin gets put in your account. All right. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place.